Investiture of the Gods, Chapter 50.
So let's set the scene. The whole thing was fueled by this initial conflict, right?
So,
A pretty chaotic battle between the disciples of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Immortal Maidens.
yeah, it wasn't some grand cosmic debate. It started with very personal injuries, humiliation.
Let's get into that opening skirmish.
Yeah.
It was intense, specific attacks, real venom there.
Absolutely. You had Kaiyun Xianzi using the Lumizu,
The eye-killing pearl. Nasty-sounding weapon.
and it did exactly what it sounds like. It specialized in injuring eyes. It actually wounded both Huan Tianhua and Zhang Zia.
Zhang Zia, the leader of the whole campaign.
Exactly. He was blinded, forced to retreat immediately, had to use special medicine just to get his sight back. That's a serious blow early on.
Okay, so the Yu side obviously retaliates.
They do. Jiang Zia manages to hit back, striking Yongxiao with the Desh Shenbian.
The god-beating whip. Another powerful artifact.
Very. But the injury that really turns the emotional tide involves Yang Jane and his dog.
Ah, yes. The Howling Celestial Hound. The Xioshin Quan.
That's the one. Yang Jian lets the hound loose, and the text is quite specific here. It severely bites Bixiao, takes a piece of skin and clothing right off her shoulder.
Ouch. For beings of their status, that's more than just an injury.
Oh, absolutely. It's deeply humiliating. A dog bite. It's an insult, a mark of profound disrespect. It basically shattered their dignity.
And while that's happening, Han Zixian unleashes this powerful black wind. The description says it could crack rocks, collapse mountains. This was already a bad fight.
A catastrophic battle, yeah. But the humiliation, especially that dog bite, changed the game entirely.
So Yongxiao and her sisters,
Mm.
they weren't just angry anymore.
No, they were enraged.
Yeah.
The source says Yongxiao declared that because they'd been injured and shamed so badly, well, they wouldn't even spare their Shibo.
Their senior uncle, their master. That's huge.
It signals a complete shift. This isn't just a fight between disciples anymore. They're targeting the highest authorities. They're moving beyond, standard revenge. They need something absolute, something inescapable.
Which brings us to the engineering marvel itself, the Nine Bends Yellow River Array.
Mm-hmm.
And the logistics are fascinating. Yongxiao doesn't ask for, legions of celestial warriors. She requests 600 ordinary strongmen from Grand Tutor Wen.
Right. And that tells you something fundamental about the Array's philosophy. The power wasn't in the soldiers themselves.
It was in the design, the structure.
Yeah, exactly. It was in the math, the cosmology. The three Immortal Maidens and their two acolytes spent a full half month, just drawing the plans with White Earth, meticulously mapping out where it starts, where it ends.
Laying out this spiritual cage.
Precisely.
So outwardly, it looks simple. Just 500 or 600 regular guys.
Yeah.
But inside,
Inside, it contains the secrets of a 1,000,000-man army. It's deceptively complex.
okay, how does that work? How do you translate cosmic principles and military formations into something that actually, kills immortals?
That's the genius, or maybe the horror of it. It perfectly blends cosmology and military science. Internally, it's structured on the Santai.
The three powers, heaven, earth, man, the basis of everything.
Right, the foundation of cosmic order. And then externally, it's guided by the Jugang Bakwa.
9 palaces, 8 trigrams, representing all the changes, the dynamism of the universe.
Yeah. So you trap these immortals whose power comes from being attuned to the Tao, the natural flow and change.
Yeah.
You trap them inside this rigid, perfectly structured formation based on the Sankai.
Which is the opposite of flow and change. It's fixed order.
Exactly. It breaks their connection to the Tao. It's like trapping a fish in a perfectly measured, perfectly dry box. It denies them their element.
And becomes a tool for spiritual destruction.
Spiritual corrosion, really. And it's accelerated by specific components within the array.
Right, the Huxian Dan and the Bixin Ju.
The befuddling immortal pill and the closing immortal art, these aren't just, background elements. They actively work to dismantle the immortal spirit.
So what happens when an immortal gets caught inside?
The text lists the effects pretty starkly. They lose their spirit, their soul dissipates, their form gets trapped, their ki is damaged.
It sounds like total system failure.
It is. Their original spirit foundation is destroyed. Their limbs are harmed. The bottom line is, immortals become mortal the moment they enter.
And actual mortals.
Well, they just perish instantly. No chance.
The text gives a specific goal for this destruction, doesn't it? Something about cutting off the 3 flowers on the crown.
Yes, and eliminating the 5 qi in the chest. Ding Sheng San Hua and Xingong Zongwu Qi.
What does that mean in practical terms?
Think of the 3 flowers and 5 qi as the core spiritual programming, the very essence of their immortality, built up over centuries millennia even.
The 3 flowers are essence, key, and spirit aligned above the head.
Right. And the 5 key are the 5 elemental energies in the chest that connect the body to the Tao. Cutting these off, it's like hitting delete on their immortal status. It fundamentally rewrites their spiritual code.
Erasing them back to baseline.
Or worse. And the array had help, didn't it? It worked alongside a terrifying artifact.
Ah, the Hunyuan Jindu, the primordial chaos golden dipper.
Yeah, this thing it defies easy explanation. The description says it can contain the entire cosmos and the 4 seas.
Contain the cosmos, so it's like a portable singularity.
Pretty much. It can suck in and store any magical treasure, no matter how powerful. It just absorbs them.
And this is where the actual fighting kind of stops and the capturing begins. Utter negation. Let's look at Yang Jian again.
Okay.
Master of the 8-9 arcane arts, the 72 transformations. He can become anything, escape anything. How did that help him?
It didn't, not one bit. He tried his transformations, sure, but the dipper flashed a golden light,
Okay.
and he was instantly sucked in, just gone. The text makes a point of saying it was instantaneous. Then he gets tossed into the Yellow River array like garbage.
So 72 transformations versus 1 flash of light. Light wins.
Overwhelmingly.
Okay, so Jinza sees this, tries to step in. He uses his famous weapon, the Kunlong Swang,
The dragon binding stake, a powerful item in its own right.
in Yangxiao.
She barely reacts, points a finger, the dipper flashes again and just collects the stake. The text says, like a small trinket.
Treats a supreme weapon like a toy.
Exactly. And then Jinza himself is captured right after. His brother, Muza, tries next with his hook sword, the Wugu Jan.
Same result.
Same result. Sword gets collected, Muza gets captured. The dipper just neutralizes everything.
Total shutdown.
Yeah.
But Jianxia escapes this first wave.
He has the Xinghuang Key, the apricot yellow banner.
Ah, one of the ultimate defensive artifacts.
Yes. It emits these golden flowers, creates a protective field. It actually prevents the dipper from landing on him and capturing him.
So it can be resisted? Slightly.
Resisted, yes, but not defeated. The dipper is described as flipping violently in the air, fighting against the banner's power. It's enough for Jiangxia to realize he has to retreat.
Leaving his 3 disciples trapped.
Captured and doomed to the array, yeah.
And this retreat, this massive loss for the Yuzhou side, it fits into a bigger picture, doesn't it? It confirms what some already suspected.
It absolutely confirms what Rand and Doran knew. This wasn't just a tactical defeat. This was destiny, a predestined tribulation, a Jishu for these disciples. The array wasn't just a weapon of revenge, it was a mechanism of fate.
Which explains the second wave of captures, the truly devastating one where the senior immortals fall.
It starts with Qi Jingxi, red essence. He actually insults the maidens, tells them they are destined for the list, and for that hubris, zap. Sucked into the golden dipper, tossed into the array.
And his fate inside is described in detail, isn't it?
Yes, and it's chilling. The moment he lands, his mud pill palace, the Niwan Gong, his sort of celestial gate or spiritual core, is sealed shut.
Sealed.
Instantly. And the text says his 1,000 years of cultivation are just nullified, gone, leaving him feeling like being drunk or dreaming.
1,000 years of work, discipline, power, erased in a second.
The ultimate undo, and then it happens again immediately. Guang Chengzi, maybe the most senior, most respected of the 12 disciples.
Fate.
Exactly the same. Captured by the dipper, thrown in, cultivation erased, sealed, done.
And then the rest. The famous 12 golden immortals.
One after another. It's almost methodical. Manjushri, Samantabhadra, Chihang Doran, who later becomes Guanyin, of course, Tai Zenrin, Lingbao Dafashi, Julia Sun, Huanglong Zenrin, all of them.
Sucked in by the dipper, thrown into the array.
Every single one. Captured and neutralized.
So the final outcome for all 12 is the same. Their heaven's gate sealed, 3 flowers cut off.
Dao fruit lost. Their very status as immortals is just gone. Completely trapped. So what's the core issue that needs this level of intervention?
Well, it's their spiritual futures, basically. Decades, centuries, millennia of cultivation.
Gone.
Potentially, yes. They've been captured by these 3 goddess sisters, the Sangu.
Ah!
And their array centered on this Hunyuan Jindu, the primordial golden dipper.
Yeah.
It's terrifyingly effective.
So the trap worked perfectly, it sounds like.
It worked, but there's a catch. The cost of sorting this mess out is dictated by something called Heaven's Fixed Number.
Okay, Tianchu Yuding, cosmic law.
Precisely. So intervention isn't simple. It's about destiny itself being, well, rerouted.
And the power of this array. It was clear immediately, wasn't it? The first one to face it was Randang, the lamp-burning Taoist.
Yeah, and Randang is no slouch himself, a very powerful figure.
But he gets overwhelmed.
Instantly. The sources say he basically had to pull an emergency escape.
Ow.
The Golden Dipper just zeroed in on him. He had to, transform into a clear breeze
Oh.
and use earth-hiding magic just to get out of the valley. It wasn't even a fight,
Just pure survival.
a scramble. It
Yeah.
proved nobody short of a true master could break this thing.
Which brings us to the politics of it all. The victory itself causes a huge problem for the victors, the sisters.
Exactly. Yung Xiao and Yang Yang, one of the sisters, finds herself in what the text calls Jintu Lingnan.
Difficult to advance or retreat, a real bind.
Totally. She admits trapping so many of the Yuzhu disciples was maybe a mistake.
Why? Because it guarantees escalation.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
She can't release them, that looks weak, but she can't destroy them either.
Because that would bring down the wrath of their master, Yuan Shi.
The ultimate retribution. So yeah, the trap's success basically paralyzed her. She broke a cosmic rule, and now she's stuck.
She understands the hierarchy then. She knew this was coming.
Oh, I think she did. This kind of breach, it guarantees the highest authority has to show up personally.
So while she's stressing, Randang gets back to Zheng Zinia, the general.
Right, reports the situation. Confirmed the disciples are contained, but
But spiritually broken, millennia of practice down the drain.
devastating news. So Randang doesn't wait. He bolts straight for Kunlun Mountain
To the source, Kuilin Cliff.
to get help from the Yuanxi Tianzun, Yuan Shi.
And this is where things accelerate, right? Because Yuan Shi is already on the move.
Yeah, Randang gets there and they tell him he's already heading to Shiki.
That's fast. Shows how serious this is.
Absolutely. Z is told to prepare a massive reception, roll out the red carpet.
And we need to paint a picture here for you listening. When someone like Yuan Shi arrives, it's not subtle.
No, it's a cosmic event. The sources go into detail.
Celestial music, Xian Yu, fills the air. Strong incense.
Potent stuff. And he's riding the Nine Dragons
Woof.
taking Alo's carriage. Legendary.
Carrying the three treasures, Jade Rui, the symbol of ultimate Taoist authority.
And the description isn't just about fancy transport. It connects him to the creation itself.
References to Hongmeng, the primordial chaos.
Great ultimate, two forms, four symbols. It's
Ah.
basically saying this is the guy who helped set up reality as you know it. His presence is order.
So Zia sees him, the master of his teaching, and just begs him, save them.
Understandable reaction. But Yuan Shi's response, it's heavy.
Somber, the text says. He points back to that rule. Heaven's number is fixed. Tianshu Yiding.
It can't just be undone easily, even by him.
Which is fascinating, right? If he's that powerful, why is he bound by this?
That's the paradox. He represents cosmic order. Breaking the rules himself, even for a good reason, could cause even more chaos.
So he respects the system, even when it leads to tragedy for his own disciples.
It seems so. The text says he falls silent, just thinking deeply. He doesn't leave, but he doesn't act immediately either.
But while he's thinking, his power, it becomes visible.
Oh, yeah. At midnight, things get intense. His King Yen, this auspicious cloud, appears above his head,
Described as being huge, like an acre field large.
radiating five-colored light, thousands of golden lamps. It's an immense, almost terrifying display of passive power.
No words, no actions, just presence.
An assertion of authority that must have sent chills down the spines of the sisters in the array.
You'd think so, and it did cause a split among them, didn't it?
Immediately exposed the cracks. Yung Xiao, seeing her master, her Shibo, arrive,
Yeah.
she gets scared.
She recognizes the gravity now, realizes this was a terrible idea.
Exactly. But her sisters, Can Xiao and especially Big Xiao, they're defiant.
Still, even with Yuan Shi, you're right there.
Big Xiao argues, hey, we're not his direct disciples. Why should we show him respect?
That seems unwise.
Her exact words were something like, if we are enemies, why should we be polite? Ru Wei Chao Dai, He Yang Shenli.
Wow. That's not just rude, that's denying the entire cosmic structure.
It's pure folly. Believing their temporary strength from the array matches his foundational power.
So Yuan Shi just ignores this.
Completely. He proceeds into the array,
Right.
and the source notes his carriage just floats 2 feet off the ground on clouds.
Untouchable. The array literally can't affect him.
He's there to assess the damage. And what he finds, it's brutal.
The 12 disciples just lying there, immobilized.
She sighs and gives the diagnosis.
Yeah.
Only because the 3 corpses were not cut and the 6 chi were not swallowed, 1,000 years of effort were spent in vain.
Okay, let's break that down. 3 corpses, 6 chi. What does that mean for these immortals? Why did that make them vulnerable?
right? These are deep Taoist concepts. The three corpses are like internal saboteurs, malignant energies within you that encourage desire, block enlightenment. You have to cut them, purge them.
And the 6 ethers, the key.
Those are the mortal energies, passions, greed, anger, lust, that kind of stuff. If you haven't fully mastered these, fully cleansed yourself.
Your spiritual foundation is weak.
Exactly. And the array, that golden dipper, it exploited that tiny remaining weakness.
With catastrophic results.
Complete spiritual cancellation.
Yeah.
They're reduced to common mortals, Suti, Fanfu.
Their core spiritual structure is gone, the 3 flowers.
The Sanhua essence, vitality, spirit cut off, their heaven gate, their Tianmen closed.
So effectively, their connection to the Tao, their path to immortality, severed.
Gone, wiped clean, millennia of work, vanished. But they have immortal bodies maybe, but the spirit inside is just normal, mortal. It's horrifying.
The ultimate spiritual degradation.
You could say that. So Yuan Shi sees all this, understands the depth of the damage, and turns to leave.
And then there's that last act of defiance.
Yeah, Kaiyun Xianzi, another one of the Jijiao folks helping the sisters, tries a sneak attack from behind.
With the Lumu Zu, the eye-slaying pearl.
Throws it right at Yuan Shi's back.
Yeah.
But the source stresses how fast it fails.
Instantly.
Before it even reaches him, it just, poof, turns to dust, blows away.
He didn't even have to react.
Didn't even look. And this is what makes Yangxiao visibly lose her nerve. She sees that challenging him is just fundamentally impossible.
Okay, so he can nullify attacks without effort. He understands the cosmic damage. Why didn't he just destroy the array then and there? Randang asks him this, right?
He does. And this loops back to the protocol, the hierarchy.
Right.
Zhan Shi explains basically, look, I lead this teaching, but I have to consult my elder, his Doxiang, his senior colleague.
Before taking that final destructive step.
Exactly. It's not just about power, it's about process.
Yeah.
Maintaining cosmic balance.
And that elder colleague is?
Lousy. Who's then arise?
The second ultimate authority figure shows up. From 8 Views Palace.
His entrance is different from Yuan Shi's. Less flash, maybe.
Heralded by a deer's cry, apparently. Riding his famous blue ox.
Accompanied by Xuan Duda Fashi, Yuan Shi greets him warmly.
And significantly, Yuan Shi links Laozi's arrival to the destiny of the Zhu family, the 800-year mandate.
Right, framing this intervention as necessary not just for the disciples, but for the grander cosmic plan involving the Zhu dynasty. It legitimizes the coming action.
It's all about that balance again. Yuan Shi is the action, Laozi is the principle, perhaps.
That's a good way to put it.
Right.
Consultation is required. And like Yuan Shi, Laozi shows his power without lifting a finger.
His Ling Long Ta, the exquisite pagoda, appears above his head.
Yep, radiating 5-colored light. Same deal. Immense power, just present, visible, undeniable.
Which leads to the final, unbelievable act of defiance. Xuandu tells the sisters, show some respect. The patriarchs are here.
And Big Xiao, even now,
Yeah.
she refuses.
Still, what does she say?
She basically says, I only respect my master, the head of the interception teaching, Ji Xiaozu. I don't recognize Laozi or you, Xuandu.
And she calls this...
She calls this blatant disrespect. The custom of politeness. Li Ji Chang'er.
That is breathtaking arrogance in the face of Laozi and Yuan Shi.
It seals their fate, really. There's no coming back from that.
So the stage is set, protocol observed, consultation done, defiance noted.
And the final scene described is both Patriarchs Laozi on his ox, Yuan Shi in his carriage, entering the Yellow River Array together.
Ready to deal with the sisters. Wow.
The ultimate authorities, moving in unison.